stuff there. Well, a young Jacksonville artist is taking the art world by storm. Born and raised right here in Jacksonville, actually in the Springfield neighborhood, Malcolm Jackson has been featured in several big-name publications for his cutting-edge photography. He's also got some big-time clients, including the Billionaire Boys Club. I'm not a part of them, by the way, unfortunately. Proof Eyewear and Swisher International. So joining us this morning is Malcolm Jackson, or Malcolm Jackson, or Malk Jax.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning to you.
Yep.
And tell me about photography, what it means to you, and how you got involved.
Man, it started back when I was young with my uncle. We used to shoot a lot of cars and stuff together and whatnot, and just kept growing on from there. And about 2009, in high school, it just took over, and it's been a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have a chance to document your world, to show people what life is like here in the River City and all over. And you're really a part of history because you are preserving history.
Yeah, and I think growing up, you would see, in the newspaper or books that you would see the work and be like, man, that's what Jacksonville looked like back in the 40s and the 30s. But I felt that there was a generation gap where we weren't showing the right nows, and I wanted to be able to take that mission on.
So you've got one of your prints here, and there is a way for people to come out to interact with you and to see some of your other work, right?
Yes, this particular piece is being a new exhibition called Candy that's coming up this Saturday. And it's documenting the donk culture. Donks are 1971 and 1976 Chevy Impalas and Caprices. And it's a Florida-based subculture customizing cars and dealing with big rims and sound. So it's brought this piece to show an example of what a donk looks like. You pass by one, or you stood by and stared and like, what is that thing driving by me?
Yeah.
So you've seen them before.
So this is good for both the photography buffs as well as the car buffs.
Exactly, and that was an event I wanted to do, to bring different cultures together. Some people like art, some people like cars, some people like something just to be around both. And I just think this is the best way to do it.
And what about collaboration? Other artists going to be there, other photographers as well?
Yes, because the donk culture originally comes from Miami. I have two Miami-based artists, and I also have an artist from Charlotte, based in Charlotte, North Carolina, that also come around to bring the influence of that culture full circle.
Absolutely, and I'm sure with the advent of social media, you've been able to just really have your photography reach people all over the world. What's that been like?
Man, it's been a blessing, man. I mean, I get tweets and, direct messages on Twitter every day telling, can I buy a piece? And they live in Japan. I'm like, I don't even know what the shipping is on that. so it's definitely been a blessing to have social media in the photography world nowadays. You can reach out to anybody at any time. So.
And for our photo connoisseurs out there, what do you shoot with?
I shoot a Leica M6, and I shoot a Nikon D7100, and sometimes pull out that iPhone still. So.
Yeah, absolutely. The iPhone really making strides. We were talking about that. So what's your advice to young people? They might not have the equipment. I mean, sometimes it can cost a lot of money, but to people that want to get into photography and want to make a name for themselves, like you did.
The number one rule I tell any new photographer, just go shoot, period. Just keep shooting, don't care if it's candy, don't care if it's cars, don't care if it's people, just continue to shoot. And the more and more you do it, you'll see what you naturally keep shooting. Stay with that and you'll be just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Practice makes perfect. Do you have any favorites, any favorite experiences or favorite jobs that you've done since you've been in this business?
The Billionaire Boys Club was a big deal. That's Pharrell Williams' clothing brand, and I grew up loving that brand as a kid. It was too expensive to own when I was younger. But being able to do that in New York was an amazing time.
Really?
To actually go to New York City just to shoot that. So
and that's really cool because Pharrell is such an international superstar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's really good. And what's the future?
The future is the future. Working on a book, hopefully. In the process of working on a hardcover book. I've done a book a couple years back, but working on a book, hopefully by Jacksonville, and we'll see what else holds. I'm gonna keep on shooting.
Cool, something for the coffee tables. We'll appreciate it, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
So the debut of Malcolm Jackson's photography exhibit will be held at Space 42, which is located at 2670 Phyllis Street, that is in Riverside. It is Saturday from 7 p.m. to midnight. Sounds like a fun event, and I love this. It is free. On display will be several art pieces and merchandise, which are available for purchase. Thank you, Malk Jax.